Although air travel has become a common part of life for many people around the world, the reality is that billions of people have still never had the opportunity to board a plane even once in their lifetime. A recent post shared by the popular statistics-based X page World of Statistics highlighted this global reality, claiming that 92% of adults in Bangladesh have never traveled by air. According to the post, Bangladesh tops the list, followed by Kenya, where 88% of adults have never flown. The figure stands at 85% in India, 83% in Pakistan, 79% in Nigeria, 71% in Indonesia, 63% in Mexico, and 57% in Brazil. At first glance, the numbers may seem surprising. However, experts say the statistics reflect a much deeper reality tied to income inequality, infrastructure limitations, and purchasing power across developing nations. In South Asian countries especially, air travel remains out of reach for a large portion of the population. In countries like Bangladesh, India, and Pakistan, millions of people continue to manage daily life under tight financial conditions, making air travel more of a luxury than a necessity. The situation is particularly evident in Bangladesh. Despite the expansion of airports and international flight routes in recent years, flying is still beyond the reach of many ordinary citizens. For middle and lower income families, the cost of a plane ticket can equal a significant portion of a monthly income. As a result, most people continue to rely on buses, trains, and waterways for travel. In addition, passport ownership remains limited and opportunities for international travel are not common for many citizens. Air travel is still largely concentrated among wealthier groups, migrant workers, business travelers, and urban residents. A similar picture can be seen across the subcontinent. India now has one of the world's fastest growing aviation markets, yet regular air travelers remain a minority when compared to its massive population. The majority of Indians still depend heavily on rail and road transportation. Pakistan faces many of the same challenges. Economic pressure, lower purchasing power, and relatively expensive airfare continue to limit access to air travel for ordinary people. Meanwhile, in African nations such as Kenya and Nigeria, flying also remains financially inaccessible for a large section of society. In Indonesia, despite the country's heavy dependence on air transportation due to its geography as an island nation, a majority of the population still has never experienced air travel. Experts note that busy airports and growing airline industries do not necessarily mean that most citizens travel by air. In many developing countries, a relatively small middle and upper-class population, along with frequent business travelers and migrant workers, often account for a large share of total flights. However, analysts also caution that the original social media post did not clearly mention the source or methodology behind the statistics. As a result, the figures should be viewed as an illustrative reflection of global travel inequality rather than definitive scientific data.